everyone, I'm Pierrette and this is not my kitchen. Today I'm in the Middleby showroom in Chicago and I'm going to be cooking with Choon, who is one of their chefs, and we are going to be making shrimp on one of their induction cooktops. I don't know if you remember, but I told you at one point that I can tell you everything I know about gas, but I know absolutely nothing about electric cooking and you'd be on your own. So I thought I'd try to rectify that and give you guys a little lesson in what to do for electric cooking, and in this case it's going to be induction. So follow us. Walk me through it.
So you're gonna turn it on. So this power button right there.
Okay.
Hold it.
Oh, hold it?
Yeah, it needs to detect that. There you go.
Okay.
And it automatically knows there's a pan here.
Okay.
So now you're gonna put your finger on the bottom and slide it to, let's do higher temperature. Right underneath, yeah, you don't have to touch the screen itself, like just underneath here.
Oh, okay.
That way you can actually see.
Okay.
So now we're gonna do power boost is the highest.
Okay.
So we're searing shrimp today, so we don't need too much heat, but I do want to get it as hot as possible, as quickly.
Okay.
Right? So what we have here is just some olive oil.
Nice.
So once this gets up to heat, you're gonna
And how
drizzle.
do you can feel it. It's already getting hot.
Yeah, it's very efficient because it's electromagnetic. So when you turn it on, you're actually turning on the pan itself. There's not much heat coming from the surface itself.
Right.
Yeah. If
And
there is,
yesterday they said that we can even put paper towels
correct
around
yes.
it. So if you're cooking something like bacon and it splatters, you just take the paper towels away.
Just get rid of
And
it.
the paper towel sits right under the pan and it doesn't interfere with
Exactly.
the cooking.
But if you want, we can actually do
Yeah,
that now.
let's do that because I
So
thought
this
that
is
was
the
such a
paper
cool
plate.
trick.
Put it here, just right underneath. Yeah, see when it has that U, that means
Yes.
it's not detecting a pan. So once you
Okay.
put a pan in there,
Then
say,
it comes
hey,
back up.
the number 8 stays on, that means it's detecting that
And
pan.
this cooktop is by Novy, which is
It's a Belgium-based company. Yeah, they specialize in high-end premium cooktop like this with a built-in downdraft, in-ceiling ventilation, including designer lightings as well.
And afterwards, if you wouldn't mind, can you show us how quickly you disassembled this piece for cleaning? Because
Yes,
that
of
was
course.
incredible.
Yeah, because once we
So-
dirty this area, we'll show you how
Yeah.
to clean it quickly. Okay. So
That's
now,
always
yeah,
good when
see,
you don't have someone to do
Right.
it for you.
So you see the smoke
I
starting
do,
to
I
come
see
up. Now
smoke,
we're gonna
so
turn
now-
on the ventilation or downdraft. So
Okay.
we're gonna turn on this little plus sign here, or you can leave your finger here
Okay.
to get it as high as you want. So we're gonna do the higher,
See, you're still finessing everything, and I'm just ready to eat.
right? Yeah. So drizzle a little bit of oil in the pan.
Like that?
So yep, that's
Is that
enough.
good?
Yeah.
All right.
So I usually use a little paper towel because if there's any excess, I don't want too much. See how fast it's rolling
Yeah.
into the smoke. So really, you just want to make sure you have a non-stick surface because you're cooking seafood or shrimp in this
That makes
case.
sense.
Yeah. Now you can start pouring it into the pan.
Okay.
So,
And that's
yeah.
our
And that's a
20
cleaner
minutes later.
later.
Do you want me to?
Yeah, you just spread it to expose it to as much heat as you can.
Are
You
we
don't have to
putting
keep
seasoning
stirring
or
it. Yeah, let's
anything?
wait a little because there's a
Okay.
lot of liquid in there. We want to get rid of all the water
Okay.
in there and start cooking the shrimp.
Get everything
And then
so
we
it
will
touches.
introduce
Okay.
salt and pepper in there. Because if you put salt and pepper now, it's going to draw way too much liquid. And you're
Okay.
just really just steaming the shrimp. We want as much heat
So
as we
how
can
does
to
it
get rid of the
change
water.
when you add the salt and pepper? Why does that make a difference?
Because it draws out all the water if you put it in the beginning.
Oh, with
if you
the
put
salt.
it later, you're actually just
Okay.
giving it the salt flavor.
Okay.
So you
All
want
right.
to get as much sear as you can with the shrimp so that it
And
tastes
then
better.
season.
Yeah. and then
All
it's-
right. I just learned a new trick. We all just learned a new trick.
Yeah, so now I just basically raise it to as high as I can
Okay.
to kind of get rid of as much of the water from the pan so we can start searing the shrimp itself.
Okay.
See, now you
And
can
those are
start,
looking pretty good. They're
you can
kind of
start
pink.
searing.
So when you're cooking the shrimp, you always want to make sure when you start to see them start to curl, that's when they're cooking. And you don't want to overcook them because then they end up like little pink rubber bands. And you don't want to undercook them because then they're not meant to be sushi. So you got to find the middle ground.
Let's see here. So P is the power boost.
It's also
which
from
gonna use the
Pierrette.
most. Oh yeah, there you go. It has the highest power.
Yes.
It will drop back down to 9 after 10 minutes.
Okay.
Just for like safety purposes. It's
Okay,
great
so you
for
have to
dishes like
reset
this.
that.
Yeah, if you want to do high heat cooking, or if you're trying to boil water for pasta, for example, I don't want to wait too long, you can power boost it for 10 minutes so you can get it to boil as fast as you can.
Now let me ask you another question about your prep, because the shrimp are already here. I know it's always good if you want to get a good sear to dry them. So when these were defrosted or if they're fresh, did you have them dry first?
Ideally, yes, but I don't think when we prep them, we didn't
which is
pan
why
dry
we have
it.
a little more
Right,
liquid
there's way
now.
more than what
Okay.
it should. But it's okay because we're using the shrimp for the risotto, so it's kind of like already moisture in there, so it doesn't really matter
Right.
we get good sear here or
Now,
not.
is it going to continue to cook the shrimp? Should we undercook these a little bit because we're putting them in the risotto?
No, because it's not going to cook with the risotto.
Okay,
We
we're
use it
just
as a side.
folding it
Yeah,
in.
so, yeah,
All right,
exactly. So
got
for
it.
someone that doesn't want shrimp, then we don't have to worry.
Oh,
that
or
they
has
have
an
the shrimp.
allergy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we can put a little bit of the salt and pepper.
A little bit
because
of
it looks
salt.
good. It's already all pretty much cooked.
How much?
Yeah, just like teaspoon like that, and just scatter it.
So we used probably a half a teaspoon. And how much shrimp? Was this probably 2 pounds?
What? Probably 2.5 pounds, I think.
2.5 pounds? Okay. So if you're making a smaller quantity for your family, you won't need as much salt and pepper. And keep in mind, shrimp comes from the sea. It's already got salt in it. So don't go crazy with the salt.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, so look at it. There's really not much
No, it looks good.
water here.
And are we folding in those greens?
No, so those greens we're gonna use it as a garnish on top.
Okay,
So
pretty.
when they-
And what kind of greens are those?
Those are the microgreens blend. There's a mix
Microgreen
of like
blends?
arugula. I think there's like sunflower in there. Little
Nice.
shoots in there. Yeah, I'm not try the broccoli also one
And
of them.
those
Yeah, like
still
broccoli.
taste like arugula, taste like arugula, just less intense, right?
right.
The baby greens have a little less of an intense flavor. And you can see that they picked up a pretty fair amount of color, even a little bit of gold where they got seared. But they're all curled tightly, which is how you know they're cooked through. Well, that was my first lesson with induction cooking, and that went much easier than I expected.
Super fast with the built-in downdraft. It just pulls all the smell right away and redistributes back into the air.
That's amazing.
So you get fresh air. Instantaneous.
Oh, it's perfect.
Right. So that's it. So we can
Just
actually
turn it off.
all the way
Nice.
here.
Do you press this again too?
Yeah, so you press that to turn it off.
Okay.
And then we're gonna raise this downdraft all the way up because we're gonna clean it after. Yeah,
Oh,
so if
that's
you want
right.
to go ahead and place this into that
Okay, I can do
hole
that.
right there.
Oh, shoot. That guy wanted to escape.
I think that shrimp was a lot.
He's waiting to make his move the whole time. All right, and we're not using these yet. This will go
Yeah,
with
so
the
we'll hold
risotto.
on a little bit because we're
Okay.
gonna put it. We'll check and see where everyone is with
So,
the rest of the dish.
Here in Middleby, they feed us really well while they're showing us how to use all their equipment. So in the other room, which I'll take you over there, they're making risotto and steaks, and we have macaron that they made. So I'll give you a quick tour of the whole buffet when we're done, and you'll get to see the risotto that they make that is gonna have the shrimp as a side. So you guys stay tuned and I'll show you the finished product in just a few. So Choon is going to show us how quickly and easily this disassembles for cleaning too. This is such an interesting design.
Yeah, so with the induction cooking, because there's no heat generated on the surface, this is just residual heat from the pan itself to transfer back into the glass cooktop. As you can see here, there's an indicator that says H means hot, so just be careful. So to clean the downdraft, we don't really need to clean it because we only cook one item, but I can show you real quick how to disassemble this. So once you pull this off, this is magnetic. You put it in, it'll snap right back in. There's a sensor in here will detect if it's disassembled. You can't really use the downdraft. So pull it off, and then the glass front panel, slide in an angle, and then just slide right
And
off.
that's amazing because the glass is always the toughest part to clean when you want to get in those nooks and crannies.
Right, yeah. And these are the filters that filter. Yeah, or you actually just throw this in the dishwasher.
Ah,
and
that's
just,
even better.
Let it wash itself so we don't have to touch it. There's two little side, kind of like a holder that can catch any like,
Okay.
you know, a lot of grease. Like if you have a lot of grease. And then same thing. This is for the water vapors that are oil as well.
That's
So really
crazy
6
that the
pieces
whole
that you
thing
need.
just disassembles.
And then what we have is just really, just really simple, just vinegar and water. We put in a spray bottle, and I usually just spray it on the paper towel itself.
Okay.
And just come in here, give a quick little wipe. If there's any like oil that sticks on the surface of this panel, I can quickly just clean it up this way.
And then you're going to put it back together for us, right, Houdini?
Yes, yeah.
All right.
I'm just going to pretend this is already washed in the dishwasher. Put it right back in. Usually I would say we don't need to even wash this. Really nothing in here because we only cook one dish.
Right. Put that paper towel under it to keep it clean too.
Right, exactly. And if you look at it, there's not much splatter that came out of it. So these things just like, oh, this is on this side. Yeah, it kind of tells you because of this little notch here.
Oh, nice. All right.
So it goes on the side. And then this one goes on.
I like it when they make it foolproof.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Just give it another quick wipe.
And then the
this
glass.
Is the glass handle. Just gonna wipe it real quick. Just grab it, same thing, the way you take it out, put it in an angle, and then it'll snap right back in.
Snaps right in.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Just do a quick little
And then
wipe
this,
on the
that
front.
last little piece on top, the magnet, right?
Yes. Snap back in.
Choon, thank you so much
Oh,
for
you're
your
welcome.
time and giving us that awesome lesson.
Yeah,
Can't
my
wait to
pleasure.
try those shrimp at home.
Yeah, you can do steak here. With such high heat, you can cook delicate dishes like shrimp to even steak. as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
So we have a mixed green salad with some toasted chickpeas and risotto. And there's the shrimp we made and steak that they did 2 different ways. And some herbed butter and asparagus. And we're going to eat. Thanks to Choon Lai, Middleby, and Novy Appliances for the induction cooking lesson, and to all of our subscribers. Please don't forget to share, and if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, do it now. Take care. Thanks for watching.